Am I the a-hole for criticizing my daughter-in-law? Already doesn't sound too good. Here we go. I, 60 male, am retired and living with my wife, 62 female, who recently retired as well due to health issues. I retired early when my youngest son, 34 male, completed his degree about 14 years ago. Our country has a housing crisis, so my son and daughter-in-law decided to rent when they got married. When my wife and I noticed that we were dipping into our emergency fund and our savings was getting depleted, we asked our son and his wife to move in since the house is going to them when we pass away. They both have stable jobs, and my daughter-in-law has a side business that helps her to be able to support her parents as well. We belong to a culture where it's customary to take care of your parents as they get older. So they moved in and have been covering all expenses, which helps us keep our savings intact. They pay for groceries, electricity, water, internet, our more expensive medications, and everything else around the house. They also paid for our annual property taxes. And they help out around the house when they're not working. Dude, these kids are awesome. It sounds like the parents shouldn't have anything to complain about, right? Think again. Now, one thing I don't like is their style of living. They converted one of our spare bedrooms into an office, and I hate how cluttered it gets when I walk by. I told my son that my daughter-in-law needs to spend extra time straightening up both of their desks after work to keep the room organized. At one point, I walked past their bedroom while my son was walking out, so the door was ajar, and I saw my daughter-in-law lounging on the bed, legs akimbo. I told my son it was unbecoming of a woman to behave like that. My son said that she isn't like that in the living room, but feels comfortable enough to lounge freely in the privacy of her own bedroom. Now, my son and daughter-in-law have been distant from me ever since, with my daughter-in-law barely speaking to me at all. My wife spoke to both of them to ask if they were okay, and my daughter-in-law said that she felt that I was being misogynistic and that she didn't feel comfortable interacting with me anymore. She also told my wife that if things don't get better, they're gonna look into renting again. That means no more financial support for us, which obviously is something that we can't afford to happen. But I still think that I'm in the right and they should listen to my feedback, so am I wrong? I swear, these stories just keep getting worse and worse. What a freaking controlling tool bag. They're paying all their bills and taking care of everything, and he's still complaining? He's a 10 out of 10 a-hole. What do you guys think? Am I the a-hole for confronting my friend for taking our picture out of his wallet to replace it with his girlfriend's? Yeah, it's pretty cringe. So listen up and let me know what you think. My 22 female best friend John, 23 male, and I have been friends since we were kids. As kids, we were very close and we had a fake wedding when we were 7 and 8. In high school, we recreated the fake wedding pics and he had one of those pics in his wallet. Since he got with his girlfriend Dinah, 23 female, a couple of years ago, John has distanced himself from me. We still hang out, but I feel like he always makes time for Dinah first instead of me. The only way I can see him now is if we go grab coffee once every few days. But other than that, he won't come over to my house. When we used to have sleepovers and movie nights, and he won't even invite me to his house either. I feel neglected and hurt because we've been inseparable since we were small kids. Well, a couple of days ago, I grabbed coffee with him at a coffee shop, and when he opened his wallet to grab his card and pay, I noticed that he had a pic of him and Dinah in the place of our fake wedding pics. I asked him about it and pointed out how I noticed, to which the only thing he said was, "What about it?" I was like, really? Why did you take our picture out and replace it with you and Dinah? He said Dinah is his girlfriend and he doesn't understand why I'm making such a big deal about it. I reminded him that she might be his girlfriend, but he can't just throw me away. I've been his best friend since primary school. My pic existed in his wallet first, and he throws it away to replace me with someone that he knows significantly less. He got annoyed and told me that once I stop being an immature, annoying brat, he'll talk to me again. And until then, to just leave him alone because he's not dealing with my childish drama. So am I the a-hole here? Guys, I know you're probably just as triggered as me, but yeah, this is a real story. At least that's what Reddit says. Some people decide to get on the internet and ask these ridiculous questions. But hey, it makes for good content, so I can't complain. The fact that she doesn't understand why he would put his girlfriend over her, she is sounding so jealous right now, and it's just not a good look. If I was the guy, I would get out of that friendship ASAP because she seems way too possessive. So I have to read you guys the top comment with 18,000 likes. It says, quote, "He always makes time for Dinah instead of me." End quote. Holy entitled guacamole, Batman. I could have stopped here and known you're the a-hole. You're not his wife or his girlfriend, and his partner should come before you regardless of your history together. And I couldn't agree more. This girl sounds like a 6 out of 10 a-hole. What do you guys think? Also, you guys gotta let me know what you think about my latest resin fail. Some of the crushed glass fell out, but I think it still came out okay. What do you think? Am I the a-hole for canceling the entire vacation when I found out that my stepdaughters deliberately hid my daughter's passport to get her to stay home? I've been married to my wife Beth for 5 years. I have a bio daughter named Jessica and she's 18. I also have 2 stepdaughters named Monica and Leah. They're both 25 and 28. Both are single moms and live with us currently. There's been issues about my stepdaughters asking my daughter to babysit their kids. Jessica didn't have a problem with it at first because this is what she does to earn money. But since her stepsisters don't pay her that much, she started refusing to babysit. We ended up working this out by having my wife take care of paying for the babysitting. I planned a family vacation for 3 days and everyone wanted to go. However, both Monica and Leah suggested that Jessica stay home and watch the kids, since Beth doesn't want her grandkids to come. What? The audacity! They said it's because the kids are used to Jessica and hiring another babysitter would cause issues. They also said that Jessica wasn't too fond of our destination, but it was obvious that Jessica wanted to go. They insisted, and Beth even offered to pay her double. There was just a lot of back and forth on this, till I just finally demanded that they stop bringing it up. So we were supposed to go last week, but when everybody had their bags all packed and it was time to go, Jessica found out that she didn't have her passport. We searched her bag and then we went home and searched there. Beth and my stepdaughters kept insisting that we had to go back to the airport or else we would miss our flight. They insisted that Jessica could just stay home with the kids. They even told the new babysitter to go home because she was no longer needed. I refused to go and kept searching for the passport until Monica admitted that she helped Leah hide Jessica's passport to get her to stay home with the kids. I was livid. I tried to get her to tell me where it was, but she said that Leah hid it. Leah refused to show me where it was, so I threatened to cancel the vacation, and that's when they gave it back. At that point, I decided to just cancel the whole vacation, and I literally blew up on them and berated them. They stayed upstairs for a while, and Beth refused to speak to me and said that I punished my stepdaughters for worrying about their kids and wanting them to stay home with someone they knew. I got told I overreacted and ruined the trip for everybody. At this point, I want to kick my stepdaughters out, but I can't because my wife co-owns the house. So am I the a-hole for canceling the trip? Heck no, he's not the a-hole for canceling the trip. Screw those stepsisters and screw their mother. I wouldn't have canceled the entire trip. I honestly would have just canceled their 3 tickets and I would have taken my daughter on the trip myself. Oh my gosh, what catty women. And they're all grown women. If I was the husband, I would be so pissed at Beth and her daughters, and I would honestly be questioning the entire relationship. So for me, I gotta give all 3 of them a 9 out of 10 a-hole rating because for them to have the audacity to hide her passport and then lie about it just to make her stay home and watch their kids, they sound irresponsible, entitled, and downright disrespectful. Obviously, the dad's a-hole rating is a 0 out of 10 as he did nothing wrong. I feel really bad for his daughter because she's getting bullied by grown women and it's just messed up. So you guys let me know in the comments what a-hole rating you would give all of these women on a scale of 1 to 10. Also, I wanted to show you guys my newest creation with this new mold that I got. I'm absolutely obsessed with this mold. And you know I had to use my signature rainbow look because pink, blue, and yellow are like my 3 favorite colors to pair together. So let me know what you guys think about the final results. Make sure you rate this from 1 to 10. And I just want to thank you guys so much for watching and supporting my videos. Like, I am so grateful. It means so much to me. So I cannot wait to see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned. Deuces. Am I wrong for not going to my daughter's wedding? There would have to be a good reason to miss your daughter's wedding. The wedding was on March 25th, which is actually my other daughter's birthday. She was born March 25th, 2022. She was barely 3 months when she passed away. Oh no, man, that's really sad. Now, my wife, who is not my eldest daughter's mother, has been wanting to celebrate our daughter's life on the date of her birth. I also didn't feel it was appropriate to leave my wife on this day since she's still grieving, as am I. We haven't even really fully come to terms with things yet. When my oldest daughter was planning her wedding, I told her that I'm doubtful that I'll be able to go if she chose that date. I understand March 25th is significant to her relationship and that's why she chose it, but it just wasn't feasible for me. I wasn't even in a good place mentally on that day. It was a day of tears. Obviously, there's a lot of guilt about missing my oldest daughter's special day, but I honestly don't know if what I did was wrong. Her side of the family keeps sending me hateful messages, particularly her mother. So am I wrong for missing my daughter's wedding? Dang, this one is so sad. It's honestly hard to say that anybody's in the wrong here. Well, actually, I'm not gonna lie, I do think the oldest daughter should have changed the date. I can't imagine why that date would be so important to her. And I feel like I would rather have my parents at my wedding than choose a specific date. I mean, she could have probably done the next weekend. Also, for the OP, I do understand why they would have such a hard time going to the wedding, especially since they had a celebration prepared for the other daughter on what would have been her first birthday. But although I can only imagine how hard it would be, I think I would go to my daughter's wedding. They still have a living daughter, and it's very important to keep that bond strong. So if it were me, I don't think I would miss my daughter's wedding. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Also guys, let me know what you think about my newest pick. The customer wanted crystal clear Aries pick with silver glitter for the hair, and these are the results. Oh my gosh guys, I think this one came out so cute. Rate this from 1 to 10. Would I be wrong for not attending my twin brother's surprise birthday dinner because I was only invited as a guest? So I'm a twin and my brother and I hang out all the time and we're super close. In a few days, it's our 25 male birthdays. We share the same friend group and we're all really close and have been since school. He also has a close group of girlfriends, about 5 of them, who I've known for many years. I would say that they're closer with him in the recent years, but we're all still really good friends and socialize often together. Now, I've recently been added to a group chat labeled My Brother's Name Surprise Birthday Dinner. It's a surprise birthday dinner for my twin brother organized by one of the girls in the group, and they decided to invite me as a guest. One of them also said in the group that it would be nice to see me as well. So I just feel like an afterthought. Honestly, I wouldn't have even minded if the girls wanted to organize a surprise birthday evening exclusively for my brother and themselves, but they've also invited my partner and some of my brother and I's closest friends. For me, this whole thing feels inconsiderate and quite upsetting, as I literally can't understand why I would be invited to my actual twin brother's surprise birthday dinner, with me only invited as a guest. I mean, it's my birthday too, and the party is involving all of our mutual friends. My girlfriend also thought that this whole situation was really rude. She was wondering why didn't the girl just reach out to her and they could have just thrown the surprise birthday party for both me and my brother. Or just involved both my brother and I and left the surprise element out of it completely. In the chat, it's clearly stated that we all arrive at one time while my brother is due to arrive 20 minutes later. The thought of attending makes me feel really weird because the celebration is just for his birthday, even though me and him were born on the same exact day. And this isn't new information to the organizer. And this is just all really weird because me and my brother always do stuff together for our birthdays. And because we have the same friends. Last year, our friends and my girlfriend set up a massive dinner for our birthday to which everyone was invited, including the girl group. So now I have a dilemma and I don't know if I should go or not. If I don't go, I'll feel left out because literally all of our friends are gonna be there. But if I do go, I feel like I'm just letting myself get disrespected and I'm sure I'm gonna feel uncomfortable. So what would you do? Would you go to the party or just take a stand and stay home? Am I the a-hole for not talking to my husband because he's going on a boys trip instead of our honeymoon? I honestly don't feel like I have to read any more to know that this guy is clearly the a-hole, but I gotta read the rest to find out. So listen to the end and then you guys be the judge. Who's the a-hole? I, 26 female, and my husband, 27 male, got married in December of 2022. We plan to go on our honeymoon next year because of work commitments that we both had. Last month, he told me that we'll be going on our honeymoon on my birthday in July, so I have been looking forward to it. Last week, he told me that his work project will end in June and that he misses his boys and would like to go on a trip with his boys to Thailand and was inviting me. I was heartbroken as I have been looking for outfits already. I refused to go with his friends and him. He told me that he'll go on our honeymoon later some other time, which I'm sure he won't because he barely gets time off from work. He told me that one of his friends' wife will be coming too. But that didn't make things any better. He added that he'll stay home with me for my birthday and only go after celebrating with me. I refused that too. Earlier this year, he pitched this idea of going on our honeymoon with his friend and his wife. I didn't like that idea because I wanted it to just be me and him on our honeymoon and only our memories. We have been on radio silence for the past week. Please let me know, am I the bad guy? This one is so messed up to me. Like, how hard is it for him to just take some time with just his wife? I would be pretty pissed too if my husband was trying to invite his friends on my honeymoon. That doesn't even make sense. The honeymoon is for the couple. So if both parties are okay with it, then honestly, the more the merrier. But as soon as he saw that was a problem for her, he should have just dropped it. It's very obvious to me that he just doesn't want to go on vacation with her and he really just wants to go with his boys. So I definitely think he's the a-hole here. Now, they did mention that he's been planning this trip with his friends for 3 years and it keeps getting canceled. So I get that he wants to spend time with his friends, but his wife should come first. So for this one, I'm gonna give the husband an a-hole rating of 7 out of 10. Honestly, I wanna go higher, but I gotta reserve the higher rankings for real big a-holes. You know, there's some people that really do some messed up stuff. But he does seem like a crappy husband already, so a lot of red flags going off over there in my opinion. So you guys let me know in the comments what a-hole rating you would give the husband on a scale of 1 to 10. Also, you have to let me know what you think about my newest Taurus butterfly jar. The customer picked my gorgeous pink and yellow butterfly and she asked for a matching jar. And these are the results. And I think this one is super cute, super springy, and I hope she loves it. So let me know in the comments, what colors do you guys want to see next? All right, guys, I will see you in the next video. Deuces.